Welcome back, YouTube. This is the Black Pearl Podcast. I am your host, Alex. I'm here today with Shay, Parrish, Naya, and we got a very special episode here today. How everybody feeling for one? How y'all doing today?
I'm good.
I'm fantastic.
Fantastic.
I'm tired as hell.
You tired?
Yeah.
Long night? So, we just gonna jump right into it today.
Right into it.
So, we gonna start off kind of heavy today. So, y'all remember like the Chris Brown and the Rihanna situation, right? What do y'all feel is like worse, the physical or emotional abuse?
Ladies first.
Yeah.
I would definitely say emotional abuse. Scars heal. I could get over somebody hitting me. I could, the wounds, whatever, they literally heal. But emotional trauma, that is something that, you can't just put a Band-Aid on.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you don't realize you've been traumatized emotionally until way later down the road.
But which one will you feel you'd be quicker to like end a relationship over?
I think physical.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like she said, sometimes you don't recognize emotional abuse or, when somebody is verbally abusive or they're like mentally, emotionally abusive, it takes a longer time to recognize that. But now if somebody gave me a black eye, I'm going to know that immediately, like this, and put it in his hand, yeah. But like verbal abuse or emotional abuse is not always direct. It's not always like aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like it can be little things.
Mind games.
Yeah, mind games. Somebody being very manipulative, controlling, possessive, all of that type of stuff. And depending on like what type of environment you grew up, you might equate that type of stuff to love. Somebody being controlling over you or possessive, you might interpret that.
You might think it's normal.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So, why do you feel that some men or some women go back whenever there's like physical or emotional abuse going on? Why do you feel?
Dying?
I think it's because more often than not, it's because the environment that you grew up in. Like, your relationships with your parents, that shapes every relationship you'll ever have in life, ever. If you grew up in a situation where your parents were not very loving towards you, or perhaps like your parents were physically violent towards one another or verbally,
But I mean, at some point you're an adult. Once you
do, but people don't always do the work that it takes to heal from childhood trauma.
Or they don't have access.
Yeah.
But I also think there's a level of comfortability. You've been with someone long enough to the point that they have emotionally abused you, physically abused you. You've been together for a while. Nobody goes on the first date and gets smacked, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So you're with somebody for a while before they show that side of them. I think it's hard to get away from that because people like being comfortable. They like being with somebody that they know, that knows them. You don't want to start all over. What's your favorite color? People say that all the time.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Hey, don't ask me what my favorite color is.
So like the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. Type thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
At least, and I can personally speak for myself. It's easier to sit.
She's fine.
It's easier to sit in a relationship that I know what games you're playing. I know your routine. I know what you're about to say. So if I recognize emotional trauma and I chose to stay, I can probably figure out where this is already headed and try to stop it. But that's also me. I'm a very let me fix this until it's completely unfixable.
Right.
And then I'm forced to leave.
Oh, like that?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But why? But I was about to say, but why?
Maybe go back to what you said. It's the
Comfortability.
comfortability.
Okay.
Like, it's like I know this man. I know everything about him.
You want to hoping that somebody's better too.
In your mind, in their mind, not all women.
If the nigga keep knocking your hand between the washer and dryer.
Well,
Wait, I'm not laughing.
I will
It's
say,
not funny because people really go through this,
Right.
but I'm like,
this is the way you say it.
but like for real, like, you know what I mean? If you keep going through the same shit over and over
But
again,
it goes back to manipulation. You'd be surprised how manipulation can be it's strong. It's a strong thing.
Oh, I'll be better next time. Oh,
Right.
Yeah.
Lord, I'm
Right.
sorry.
I will say that like when I was younger, like before I educated myself on certain things and I had a better understanding about certain things, I was one of those girls that was like, oh, let me stick this out with him. Like, you know, I've been here this whole time. It's gonna like,
You don't feel like you wasted your time.
yeah. And as women, we have a tendency to want to fix people and make it better or whatever. But I grew out of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And to this day, I'm like, no, if you, the first red flag, I'm like, you gonna fix it or you not. Or it's done. Because I'm not gonna waste my time. Like,
I'm glad you said that though. Because I feel like age is a big part of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
definitely
think
age and
kids-
experience.
Right. I think kids are like they're malleable,
Mm-hmm.
and like whatever they see, you know, it becomes a big part of their personality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So if they do see emotional, physical abuse, they might think it's normal. Like this is literally what I grew up around.
Yeah.
This is normal in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So sometimes when they are introduced to a healthy relationship, it's like they might self-sabotage.
Yeah,
But that's not everybody. It's not everybody.
Drugs, alcohol,
Yeah.
shit like that.
It's not everybody.
I do say, like, for me, there was a point where in my head, like, arguing, fussing, like, bickering, all of that was normal. I thought, like, oh, this is what people do in relationships. Yeah, like, I just thought that was a normal thing. And it's like, now I understand better, like, no, that is not normal. Of course, everybody has disagreements
Of course.
or whatever,
That's
but
normal.
yeah, but you should be able to communicate
Of
and
course.
talk to people or whatever.
Compromise.
Yeah. So I had to learn, like, remove yourself. Don't allow yourself to stay in a situation till you get to the point where you have become so comfortable that it's hard to leave. And like, you know, I mean, it gets difficult.
A
Dating
lot of
is like
times you don't even realize you're comfortable.
yeah.
You just been there so long. And then you look back
Yeah.
and you're like, okay, 2 years have gone by, we've been doing the same cycle.
Yeah, the same repetitive
Yeah.
cycle over and over
But
again.
see, that's how you have to remain conscious. Like, you have to constantly be aware. I tell myself all the time, like, bro, I'm just about to be like, fuck it. I'm just about to be stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody that I see in relationships is out here looking like boo boo the boo. And I'm like, I want to be happy and love. Maybe I just need to be like overlooked. But at the end of the day, I promise, like, I am happier single than I ever was, like, in a toxic relationship.
See,
Men.
I'm glad you said that too, because I feel like a lot of people don't know how to be by
Be
themselves.
stale. Ooh.
That's something that
They're not
comes with
comfortable
age
being
as well.
by themselves.
And not be
Well,
alone.
maturity, I'll say that.
Maturity.
Yes,
That's
not
exactly
age,
what
because
it
I
is.
know some
Yeah.
grown people
Yeah.
that still never want to be alone. And we
Yeah.
yeah. for anything.
Tell me about
Because if you're not comfortable being by yourself,
You
I
just
know.
want to get off your chest?
Yeah.
I can't get it off my chest.
You gonna edit that out?
I ain't say too much yet. But if she see this, she
See, you
I'm
already said too much. You already said too much.
see, I'm gonna edit that out. Okay.
because I feel like a lot of people, they so used to being, like, if you're in a long relationship, say you're in a relationship for like 3-4 years, right? And after that breaks up, you're not used to being by yourself. It takes a while for you to be like cool and comfortable back in your own skin and be happy with just yourself alone. So a lot of people, they rather be with somebody than be by themselves.
Do you think that can lead to like?
Most definitely. Look, I don't even know what you're about. Go ahead,
he got something else going on. But what I was gonna say is I'm experiencing the reverse of that. Like I've been single for so long that like me dating, when I do kinda, it doesn't happen often, but like when I do kinda sorta start getting a little bit close to somebody, I'd be like, oh, do I really want him around all the time? Like, why you calling me every day? Like, stop texting me. Why you want to sit and text all day, every day? Leave me alone. So now,
I got shit to do.
Yeah.
Niggas can't win.
Yeah,
But I've been single for a long time, so it's
but
like,
at the same time, women like consistency. So do I be consistent?
no, you
So,
should
how
be
much consistency
consistent.
do you want?
But no, that's something I have to work on with myself. Like I really have to just sit and figure out what it is that I want.
Right.
Do I want to be out here just dating casually and you know what I'm saying? Have a variety, a lineup, a team. You know what I'm saying? Or do I want one person? Oh, that reminds me of what I was gonna say earlier. I was gonna say, because I grew up, you know, witnessing dysfunction, a healthy, normal relationship seems boring to me sometimes.
Like
So,
I need a little bit of
yeah, I want to argue.
Women love toxicity. I've been saying this.
Call me a bitch. Throw some shit against the wall.
Women love, not all women. I don't want to make a generalized statement, but they just want to sprinkle.
Yeah.
A bad guy.
I've been going out with nice guys and I just be like,
It's boring.
he's so boring.
Women,
Like-
they want a man who's gonna like check them sometimes, bro. You can't be out here.
Just
Like,
Let
take
a woman-
initiative, be
let a woman-
aggressive, be assertive.
Yeah, right.
finger all in the face. And
Finger
shit.
all in the face, and you like, chill,
Okay.
babe, chill. No, bro, you need to.
See, this is shit I be talking about.
No, you don't necessarily have to be emotionally or physically abusive to handle that, but there is a way.
But I think that that's just a natural thing. Like sometimes I be feeling like crazy when I be saying this stuff, but I really think it's like a chemistry like between two people. Like it's beyond like anything that we can explain. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
It's evolutionary.
no. I just feel
no.
like you can.
Man, no, women. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, I get it.
But as women, I do feel like they want a masculine man who can take care. They're not gonna. They don't want a man who they can bully. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Right. They want somebody who, if they know they doing.
they
something
want to
out
feel
of pocket.
protected.
They know when they doing something out of pocket. They want somebody to be like, hey, sit your ass down. Stop.
So there's this whole TikTok, right? I can't remember the girl or what her username is or whatever. But she was trying to explain, she got a lot of shit for it. She was trying to explain, I want a man who is masculine enough who has enough masculine energy to make me want to be feminine.
Exactly.
I want to be able to put my guard down, don't feel like I need to be masculine and dominant as
To
much.
take control of the situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's-
be able to trust you.
To lead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And yeah.
Because
I agree.
like I agree with that 100% because a lot of times I do have men, they make different comments to me. Oh, you so, like, oh, prime example, yesterday I was at a party and this guy was trying to talk to me and I was, you know, I felt like I was acting normal, but he was like, oh, you so mean or whatever. And I'm like, no, I don't feel like I'm mean, but like you said, when I sense a certain type of man then when I have to be the more assertive personality, the more aggressive personality, then that more masculine side of me comes out. I don't want to be that. I want to be soft. I want to be feminine. Like, I want to be laid all up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to all my man, drop your nuts.
Hey, put your motherfucking foot down.
Put your foot down. Like in a healthy way.
Yeah, you don't have to be an asshole
You don't
about
have to be an asshole.
But
see, and that's what the other half don't get.
They don't. Right.
They're
right.
like, oh, she do this, she get out of line. You know what I mean? And he gonna do the whole, you know what I mean, the whole mile on her ass. And
but
that ain't the case. You don't need to do all that.
So look, a question for both of y'all. What is a healthy way for a man to present that masculinity?
honestly, I can't explain it. Like, I just think it's natural. Like, it's really truly like big dick energy. Like, that just exudes from a man. Like, you can just sense that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a friend. He is, what, in my eyes, he's a nice guy. I don't know how he is with like women that he's dating or whatever, but to me, he's a nice guy. But he also has very like insecure tendencies about himself, and that like is apparent in his personality, in his dealings, in his interactions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are literally friends, platonic friends. Like, the man has never touched me, never seen me naked. And he just like, but he acts like he's my man. And that's so weird and annoying to me. But I just think it's because,
She don't
like,
want you, my boy.
But I just think that's because he's like a very insecure man. So like, certain conversations we have, he gets very defensive. And I'm just like, relax.
But that to me is definitely like small defense.
Yeah.
There's no need for you to get defensive. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to fight. Like,
I'm not trying to argue with nobody that we can't make up later. Like,
yeah.
what we arguing for? Like,
see, that's that shit. Hey, that's that shit. Y'all see how she said that, right?
I mean, I'm just saying. Like, we gonna
Women
argue.
do like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. We argue and then, because they really want you to drop dick later.
See, that's
angry.
right.
No, not just regular dick. It's angry dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that sprinkle of toxicity.
Yeah.
That's healthy.
A healthy amount
And
of
see,
toxic.
The male version of that is like, that's why I said on the first podcast that I don't know if I'm completely like mature enough or grown like mentally yet, because I still like toxic women, kind of like I don't know what it
We all
is.
like a little bit of toxic.
Yeah.
And I know it's like super unhealthy, but but a nigga can't help it. It's like
Yeah, but it's just, I think that's all of us. Like, it's in all of us. You know, it's just, I just be feeling like we don't argue, we don't do nothing. That's boring. Like,
We agree on everything.
Yeah.
You know how bro said,
Like, yeah.
you know how bro said that you was mean?
mm-hmm.
See, I like shit. I like mean. So
I like dick too.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm
So-
the same way with men. I like a man who is sweet to me, but mean to the world.
Yeah.
Don't be sweet on everybody else.
I so I used to like the very loud, you know, center of attention, class clown kind of dude. I used to love that. Don't get me wrong, I still like funny men, but now I'm more attracted to like a calm spirit, like calm energy, like mellow, nonchalant. Like, it's like I have a love-hate relationship.
Still gotta have that monster in you.
You hear me?
Yeah,
Still gotta have that dog.
Yeah, they got it in them, but it's not as obvious. Now that I'm older, like, I recognize usually, like, those dudes that are like that are, the dudes that are loud and want to be the center of attention is because they're masking something else. You know what
Some
I'm
type of
saying?
insecurity.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that just all comes with like maturity and experience and stuff like that. It's just, whew, it's a lot.
Damn, we went down the rabbit hole. Yeah. I forgot what we started with.
Yeah, we ain't even talk about Chris Brown and Riri, but that's good.
Yeah, cause I love women with attitude. I don't know what
Y'all
it is.
say that.
I do.
No,
Men is,
no, okay.
You always got a fucking attitude. You always mad about something.
Okay, cause
But nah,
there's a
yeah.
difference. There's a difference. If it's some bullshit that you got an attitude about, it's like, alright, bro.
But what am I supposed to have an attitude about? Like, what if I just woke up and I was mad because...
Go back to sleep.
Yeah, go back to sleep. Wake your ass up on the right side of the bed. Okay, come correct.
Your ass back
Fuck me.
to sleep. Man, hey, cause I don't want you to come in the kitchen. I'm cooking breakfast. And
Right, I'm at me a
just
good old
mad.
time.
Come in,
Why
come
you
in
flipping them
dishes.
eggs like that?
Right. Yeah. Hey,
with an
hey,
attitude.
fucking with me.
I don't
no
know
way.
eggs.
I throw all this in the trash.
Hey,
Ain't nobody eating breakfast.
I don't know that. Well, you know what, motherfucker, you ain't gotta eat that. How about that? I'll eat that.
Right.
But I guess that's just relationship.
Yeah.
Right.
Now the question is, do we really want to talk about the Chris Brown and Naya situation?
No.
Okay, so what are y'all thoughts about that? Like,
Chris Brown was wrong.
okay,
So give me like a quick
everybody
recap.
understands that he was wrong. Go ahead.
Give me like a quick recap.
For the whole situation.
Yeah.
So apparently Chris Brown was Rihanna had went through his phone before, and she saw some messages between him and some female. She confronted him about it, and he was like, in the past they've had sex, but he told her they didn't, and he was just like, you know, it was nothing. I wasn't really pursuing her like that. I was really serious about Rihanna or whatever, but Rihanna wouldn't let that go because the girl, she worked for him or whatever.
That's understandable.
They were at a party, and the girl had walked up. He didn't know the girl was gonna be there. The girl had walked up and said something to him.
Probably some slick shit.
I believe Chris Brown knew.
He probably did.
Probably did.
He said he did. He probably did. Who knows? But
He is a tourist, so he was probably lying.
But that girl Riri wasn't having it.
she wasn't having it. She got all emotional at the party. She left. He chased behind her on some
You gotta
other
see if there probably was liquor involved.
Right, there's definitely liquor involved. So they get in the car, they're arguing or whatever. They get to going back and forth. She's hitting him, he's driving and shit. He pulls over. He's like, you know, I'm not fucking with her no more like that. It was in the past type shit. She wasn't having it. Grabbed his nigga keys, acting like she threw him. And whatever happened from there happened. And we saw the result of that. So. Yeah, he did a Mortal Kombat combo on her ass.
what?
Mortal Kombat combo. He was out of pocket for that. But I do believe she hit bro first.
She did hit bro first.
I
It's not
am
right either
neutral
way.
on this matter. I do not stand for physical abuse, but
Right.
I'm neutral on the matter because I am a Chris Brown and a Riri stan. So
Yeah, I like both of them too.
I do too.
why are you talking like a fucking robot?
Hey, look, you see how straight he hit? Yeah, me too.
If I was Chris Brown, I would have got out the Lambo and walked. Walk away. That's the best thing you can do. And
Yeah.
look, Chris Brown
He
is
tried.
athletic.
He tried. She grabbed his nuts.
Chris Brown, she did grab his nuts.
She grabbed his nuts.
Nah, he still could have got out. Chris Brown is athletic. If Rihanna would have chased after
You see
him,
Rihanna nails? Them hoes is like.
at some point he got free.
Yeah, he did.
He should have let up them suicide doors and got the walk.
He said he's-
Run!
But
But that
I'm
was
not
also young,
I'm
like
not
you said.
excusing. That's what I was about to say.
That
I'm
was
not
young.
excusing what happened between them.
Exactly.
They were both very young at the time.
And they were both wrong.
And they were both drinking. I I don't feel like a man is ever justified in putting his hands on a woman.
And a woman is never justified.
A woman is never justified putting her hands on a man either.
Let's put that out there too.
Me personally, not even coming from like a fighter background standpoint, even before that, as a woman, if I am closed fist hitting a man, I expect you to stand toe to toe with me, and we are going to go
right.
Like we're gonna go head to head. I'm sorry.
You can't.
See, I'm glad you say that because, like Kevin Hart said, they be like, "Oh my God, he hit me, he crazy type shit."
And most likely, this is not all the time, but if a woman is constantly hit a man, most likely he'll be like, "Chill, stop, chill."
Try to block it.
Y'all still okay.
So if that's the case, if you're Rihanna, right, and you know you hit Chris first, would you have told? Would you have went public?
If I was Rihanna?
Yeah.
No.
Why?
Why would I mess up my image? That's a lot of money on the table.
Right.
Sponsors.
They have a background.
Right.
Not a background. A team. Team was probably like, and you know the double standard between men and women. That's why they took a picture of her face.
Yep.
And it's
She's
like there's money
I
involved.
get that.
Yeah.
So, but if your face
it's
is
unfair.
like Rihanna, you wouldn't have told. Remember, like you saw Rihanna's face after the situation, right? She's also a performer, a singer. She does all this. She's in Vogue, model, all this shit. So she uses her face to make money. After that situation, who knows how long she had to wait or postpone shit in order for her to continue making money. Everybody knows she's making money on the back end, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? You still putting shit on pause.
Do you think she should have talked about the situation or like that she hit Chris down first?
She has a lot to say about the situation. No, I'm just wondering because I can see why she did tell, but at the same time, it's like you were both wrong in the situation. So it's like
it's the double. You're right, but
you
it's
feel
that
me?
double standard.
Because she makes just like it's money for him if she says something. It's money for her to have to stop because her face is all beat up or she's bruised up and all this.
But you know how much more money she loses by saying I hit Ben or I hit him
Or
first?
think about how much
She
money.
don't lose no money.
No, think about this.
Yes, she does.
Think about her.
Rihanna's not losing money.
No. Time out. She may have lost money.
No, she would lose money.
She would lose. I said she would not lose money. And if she had told the world that she hit him first because she's Rihanna.
Okay, so what's the name of that football player who had
Ray Lewis. No, not Ray Lewis.
He's Texans, black guy.
Oh,
the
Deshaun
Ray
Watson.
Alligator. Yeah. So how many sponsors did he lose? He lost Nike. He lost all of them, right?
No.
That's recurring money that he just lost.
But he's male.
I'm
But
giving you
at the same time, it is rape allegations.
It's rape allegations.
That's different.
He's male and he's black.
Agreed, 100%.
I ain't speaking on that.
Also, though, Rihanna wasn't who she is now back then.
Yeah.
Rihanna,
That's
Chris Brown was the bigger superstar at that time
At that
than
time,
Rihanna. Rihanna might have had like a couple of hit singles.
what Chris Brown did was bad, but I'm gonna say this: all publicity is good publicity. Rihanna has a hell of a PR team. Rihanna has a hell of a PR team. Okay, maybe not all publicity, but in that situation,
because if that's the case, he would be as big as he would have been regardless.
Right. That's why I say not all publicity because Chris Brown suffered more than Rihanna gained, but Rihanna gained because that's when the whole bad girl. She took on that bad girl role and she fucking took off. Because she flipped her image. She was on the Rock Nation. Yeah. And of course, I guess, I don't want to say people felt bad, but it's like, they felt bad.
But it kind of gave her an angle to allow her to flip her image.
Right.
Because now we look at you as a grown up because you in an abusive relationship with grown people problems.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So nobody is looking at you as like a little girl anymore. Whereas when you came out with Ponder Replay, it's like you a little girl. You know what I'm saying? But it also worked in the same way for Chris Brown. Now he could flip and do this little bad, you know, like the thug gangster thing he got going.
But Chris Brown,
he suffered.
He suffered more.
I'm not saying
he had more to lose at the time.
Yeah, he was a bigger star than she was. So he suffered more, but at the same time, he still, like, his career still thrived. You know what I'm saying?
I don't believe she was big. He was bigger than her. I believe that.
Yes, he
was.
was.
Both on top of the world, because she had just did a. No,
that was 2012. Rihanna.
Chris Brown was because his first single, "Run It."
Yeah.
But Upon the Replay was just as good. Just as Chris Brown was, I think.
This is around the time when Rihanna was Rihanna. This is the time Rihanna was Rihanna.
I don't think Rihanna was Rihanna until Bad Girl Riri.
I'm like,
no, red hair was down the line.
Okay.
Rihanna wasn't Rihanna until the whole Bad Girl.
She was short hair Rihanna back then. Okay. Yeah.
The whole Disturbia.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
That's when she did that the mix with Eminem. That's when she was the bad girl, Riri. Chris Brown, he had Run It, Give Me That. That was.
Chris Brown might have had like 2 albums under his belt at this point.
I think, I'm not sure how many, but.
Whatever the case, they was both on.
They were both stars. They were both stars.
They both had something very big to lose.
Yeah.
But in a situation like that, even if she would have been the aggressor, right? She wouldn't have lost as much as he's lost. I feel like.
Yeah, because that was standard.
Because nobody takes abuse on men as seriously as they take
if anything,
on women.
Chris Brown would have been the clown and still
like,
got
how'd you let a small woman?
Yeah. Because that's what most people's reaction is just like, even if she did hit you, you didn't have to hit her back. Because she's a woman, she's a girl.
You didn't have to hit her that bad.
Yeah, you didn't have to hit her that hard. Like, you didn't have to do that.
What'd you say?
the Mortal Kombat combo.
Whereas we don't know what kind of injuries he sustained because it might not have been.
Yeah, we do. He got scratches.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad.
It wasn't as bad. His balls hurt maybe.
But what I'm saying is, whatever she did to him, she didn't leave visible damage. Like, he left visible damage.
He.
And not only that, Chris Brown's hands are licensed. That was another issue with.
That's what I heard.
With all of that.
That's a myth that.
I feel like
that's true.
I feel like I was capped.
That's true.
I forgot what.
I want to say he said it in the interview.
If his hands was licensed, he would have been in jail.
I want to say he said it in the interview.
He probably
Chris
said
Brown
it,
did go to jail.
No, he went to jail for something else. He didn't go to jail for the Rihanna situation.
He went to jail as a result of that. He was on his probation. Yeah.
No, but
he was on probation as a result of that situation with Rihanna.
Yeah, so I remember him going to jail for sure. Look, Chris Brown was wrong because I feel like he should have just.
He went overboard. Well.
I understand.
Regardless of the fact, go ahead.
I understand a little, want to, but like, he clearly did hit her with the 1-2.
Right.
He said, I want to say in the video, in the interview, he said like he hit her, but her face hit the window. Or
you know how hard you.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That recoil, motherfucker.
But remember, you're drunk, so you don't realize how.
Hard you hit it.
That liquor would turn you into it.
So
especially when you're mad.
It's not an excuse because it shouldn't have happened regardless.
It shouldn't have
happened. But you don't realize how you really doing shit because you're.
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know because I've been drunk a few times and my buttons have been pushed and I got up and I just.
But you a different person.
But you can handle your liquor better.
They were young. I keep forgetting that.
They were young.
And at the time, I was older.
And then, all I know is I remember when that all happened. I hated Rihanna for a long time.
And then there were stars, bro.
There were stars.
There were
16,
stars.
17.
This bitch trying to take my man.
You can literally have anything you want. You have men and women on your road.
Right.
So it's probably, there's no egos. You know what I'm saying? Ego's probably
you young and you just into like a whole new
world.
level of life.
Absolutely.
But you still trying to love on somebody and like develop this relationship, and you know what I'm saying? She probably got those tendencies in her, just like this is the thing that we tend to forget. This is the thing that we tend to forget about famous people. They're still regular people, just like the rest of us. They still have their own issues that they deal with or whatever, but we put them under a spotlight and scrutinize every single little thing that they do. And it's just like, I don't understand why they...
How old are they again?
Back then, I think they had to be like 17 to 18.
So imagine being 17, 18. You don't think for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You got somebody telling you what to say, what to do, what to wear, what to eat, where to go. Like you
how to act.
Yeah, the whole nine. Who to speak to, who you can't speak to.
Cameras are always on you.
You're still trying to figure out yourself. You're not even an adult yet. You're trying to fall in love.
You are a young hormonal boy. You got bitches throwing pussy at you left and right. And then but you got this girl that you really like. You trying to do right by her, but you're young. Like,
so of course, all these women coming out of nowhere, he gonna bite.
yeah.
If he don't bite on, he bit on a few.
Yeah. And then she was a young girl. She
was a
just
recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
Y'all think they're still fucking after that?
yeah.
I think a little bit they was.
I think they were.
They were.
No, after that situation, I don't think so.
Nah,
I feel like
they were. No.
I think their team. Well,
No, because
they
I remember.
song together.
But I remember back then
they
there would
probably had that
be
song together.
paparazzi photos of them together. Like it was a big thing because people would be like, "Why you still cool with him? And why you still doing this and doing that?" But the thing about it is, it's like I really don't like. I'm not that deep into astrology, but I like if the Taurus thing had a part to play in his role, I'm pretty sure Chris Brown was still pursuing Rihanna just like he did Karrueche and all of the other girls after Rihanna. That once they break up, he is like, like.
I will say this: for them to be seen out in public after the fact should tell you that should be the confirmation she was also wrong.
Yeah.
Because ain't nobody who's truly the victim,
But
really just got their ass beat, is gonna go back and be like, "Oh, we're cool, we're friends." No, you have to be there, or you have to stand up and say like, "Okay, I was wrong too. You were wrong."
Right.
There can be like,
Yeah, we don't know the conversation.
But then again, like you were saying earlier, remember they're 16, 17, 18, somewhere around there, right? They're being told what to do, where to go, who to be with, where they're gonna be, what time.
Yeah.
So they could have had this shit already scheduled.
Yeah, that's true.
They could have had these events already scheduled, like we're gonna be here at the same time. You have to do this already because we already signed this contract.
No, right.
So
You're right.
with that being said, we don't like. Then again, they could have been. They were seen together, but
or
we don't know.
Publicity.
Right.
Could have been publicity that we don't know.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure
After
they
that,
were
it could've
still
been like,
fucking
you know,
up.
Yeah, right.
Get
Even
the fuck
if
away
they
from me.
signed the contract, it's not like the paparazzi and their teams go home with them when it's all said and done. When it's time to go home.
Honestly, it's been in recent years where Chris Brown is like posting thirst comments on Rihanna's posts on Instagram.
well, because he
and
said
stuff.
that he said he truly loved Rihanna.
But that's what I'm saying. So I'm pretty sure at some point they work. 9 times out of 10, we all go back to somebody that we shouldn't have
No, we
That's
don't.
before.
Yes. 9 times out of 10.
We do?
Parrish.
At some point in our life, we did.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I did. That's.
You say y'all,
Cause
not me. Y'all.
what is you talking about?
Don't write me up with that.
He said, "Cat."
Like, sir.
But the first time.
But I'm just saying that don't mean that you continue to do it. But
Right.
we do go back.
Yeah.
Like.
Whether it be for closure, whether we're stupid,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Vagina.
that's closure. But yeah.
Yeah.
Right, you're right. Hey, say it again. Hey,
Closure.
closure.
Means dick.
Yeah.
Dick or
Really?
The closure should be close your leg.
Exactly.
But instead, you end up, plugging. Plug it in, plug it in.
It happens. So that's the best.
Yeah.
If I'm getting dick down, it's because I was trying to get dick down. I went in with the intention.
Okay. Well,
Exactly. Wax. Yeah.
Oh, we already know what time it is. If I see y'all got on, the matching. Let me show.
Yeah, because you in a relationship, so.
look, if
Don't incriminate yourself.
y'all coming for closure, right?
Yeah,
Then come in some closure time.
Nah.
Come in some closure. Don't come over
But
this
when
motherfucker.
you got history with something, they could pull up in a bonnet and a paper trash bag on,
But
and you still gonna want to be.
No.
Yeah.
No, because y'all don't do that. Y'all don't come up in that trash bag in the bonnet. Y'all come in the shit that y'all was used to get down in.
Please understand, if I'm comfortable with a nigga, I'ma wake up in the morning, brush my teeth, and be like, okay, where we meeting at? Now, what it is we gotta meet in a public setting. It can't be your house or my house. It gotta be somewhere where if we gonna just talk, we gotta just talk.
Come outside.
Nah, ain't no coming to the
You
car.
talking about for like closure?
Yeah, if you really want to have a real conversation and talk about some shit, we gotta meet in a public setting. Can't be no alcohol involved. It gotta be in the daytime.
This is why I don't get closure. I do the complete opposite.
But look, Shay, look, I believe that, but this is gonna happen. Y'all gonna be having a conversation. Y'all gonna get caught up in that conversation, and then you'll be surprised how fast one thing can lead to another.
Yeah.
I
all of a sudden
agree.
you back at this nigga house.
No, I
You
agree.
keep me all the way back to the
Yeah.
crib.
Follow me to the house. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, but for me, it's like if I make a decision like I'm done with this person and I don't put myself in a position, that's why I said it can't be no alcohol involved. Cause if I'm sober, I can make.
But look, we already know how that conversation go. After the conversation's done, after the conversation's done, shit, so you trying to pull up.
And I'm like, no, I'm going home. I gotta go home.
Like,
I'm good to say I gotta go walk my dog.
Look,
That's
don't be
my
like
life.
that.
Oh, I gotta go walk my dog.
Don't be like that.
Thing
Come
is-
on. So you ain't gonna pull up.
Bro, don't be like, nah, I ain't gonna ask if you wanna pull up. You just be like, well, shit, you wanna slide somewhere else, get something to eat? Slide somewhere else, get something
No,
to
when we
eat.
get it.
Hey, you want a margarita? Boom.
No.
Let's get some food real quick. No, look, or during the conversation, be like, I'm low key hungry. You trying to get some food real quick? We can continue the conversation while we eat.
Toxic.
Hey, bro. Hey, look, I'm giving out free game. You feel me? It's free game. Look. They say toxic, but look, they're like, yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah, they're gonna be
And they
hungry.
right there eating with
You
you.
know what I'm saying? We didn't talk about it.
You feel me? We
So
ain't
I
talking
was
about
hungry.
everything.
Nah.
Be like, I'm low key hungry, trying to get some food. And look, they right there with
Look,
you.
bro.
Bro.
No,
Say, hey, you
I'll
wanna-
say, if I show up for closure and I already ate, that's it. Ate no dick.
Look, your body gonna digest the food, so you gonna get hungry again.
Yeah.
Because we ain't talking that long.
We gonna keep that conversation going.
But see, me, I'm not even gonna pull up on you for closure. I'm gonna call you and be like, so what the fuck? Like, I'm just trying to
Look,
understand
and it
what's the problem.
Man, really, I feel like it's better if we talk face to face.
Okay, yes. Okay, so what was it?
Nah, look, I feel like
That's
that's.
what we be doing. I'm gonna put the FaceTime down and I'm gonna be walking around the house. Sorry, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
Hey,
distracted.
you know
Well,
what?
call me
Yeah.
when you free.
You know what I'm saying?
Call me when you free.
You're not gonna get a call back. And
Then
this is the thing.
that's my closure. That's
No,
my closure.
no.
This nigga never really gave a fuck about me.
Right.
He never gave a fuck about me. I'm done.
See? She gonna hang up the phone. She's still mad. She's still angry. So what she want? More closure.
She still
No,
want closure.
I promise
Look,
you.
you hear what I'm
Okay,
saying?
listen.
Hey, so I feel like we should meet up in person and talk over this like adults.
No. No, let me tell you something. I have learned to let go of the idea of closure because closure is really not real.
It's not real.
Because
agree.
nothing anybody
That's
tells you
'Cause what
is
the fuck
gonna
are you
make you
closing for?
feel any
If it's
better
just-
about why you not trying
my entire adult life leading up to like a year ago to realize that nobody owes me closure.
Yeah.
I have to get that by myself.
And so
Look, the only reason why me and Alex is saying this really put y'all on game. These are the tactics.
you
that
don't
niggas
think we
use.
don't know?
No, y'all don't know because y'all fall for it every time.
No, ain't no y'all. Ain't no y'all, because I said at the beginning, if I get dick down, it's because I wanted to get
Because I
dick
showed up.
down.
I showed up with Backstreet
No, look.
Boys and I'm right.
Period.
If we want-
Period. I'm in there. I'm in that thing.
I was
Smell
like,
it. Put a little smell good right here.
See,
When
toxic.
you give me that hug, you gonna be like, oh, it smells good.
Toxic.
Yeah.
Cause look, cause it ain't really no game to be put on. Cause if we both know each other.
We know what's going on.
We both know each other,
Yeah,
right?
you're right.
You know, if we meet in public, the odds of us doing X, Y, and Z is whatever.
Right.
You know this coming in. So if you agree to come in person, and he trying to make a move like, hey, you trying to come over, or can I come over there? But you should have been already prepared for that. And if you came for closure, that should be expected.
Bro, like I said,
Because at the end of the day, what the fuck you need closure for?
Closure is bullshit.
If y'all truly and really done, what the fuck you need closure for?
Yeah, for me, once I don't fuck with you no more, that's it. Like
And that should be it.
We can't.
Right.
We not gonna mess around because like I'm no longer attracted to you.
There's nothing
Like
to talk about.
I'm not turned on by you anymore. So there's not gonna be anything. Now, if I'm still messing around with you, that's because I haven't closed that chapter of my life yet. So I don't need closure because bitch is still open. So what is there to close? But I always say, like I'll always tell anybody, it might take me a long time to let go and move on, but once I'm done, I'm done. That is it. It's no coming back from that.
They say that shit. They move on faster than niggas.
Best way to get over something.
They move fast. They get on faster than
Because-
niggas.
I hate that fucking slogan,
What's it
bro.
say?
Best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody else. Yeah, but that's true though.
Until he dead.
Exactly. Now if I pull up and air that bitch out, I'm wrong.
Yes,
No, I'm wrong.
you are.
For legal reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, for legal reasons, we are playing. It's all jokes. Okay.
Oh
for
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm playing.
We just playing.
But I don't know. I just feel like
Closure for me, true for me. Not closure with someone else or me trying to get it from someone else. When I block you from social media, I'm done.
yeah.
That is my signed, sealed, delivered.
You
Well, no,
you know how many
it's
How many times I've been
for
blocked?
me.
And I'm
times
blocked.
For me,
personally.
For me, it's when I delete the contact, delete the conversation
The
thread,
photos,
delete. Yeah, when I have, because I know me. If I just delete the contact, I'ma just go to the text
Look,
thread,
my
and call the nigga or
Look,
text the
at the
nigga.
same time, look, my number's been deleted, and I'll text somebody and be like, got that.
But
who's that?
everybody's not the same.
And got that. Who's this? And then 3-4 days later.
But everybody
In my
don't move
room.
the same.
I ain't gonna lie.
You
I'm
feel-
toxic. You gonna get an email.
No.
Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail,
You feel me?
whatever. You still got MySpace?
Now look, cause I know there's a probation period. At some point in time, some females they unblock certain people. They see who's up for a probation. You feel me? So they unblock some certain people.
Probation.
So every now and then I'm gonna type in your name if I'm blocked. And once I see that motherfucker's
That's
unblocked,
toxic.
what's happening?
It's just to me.
Don't unblock me then. You wanted me to message you. That's why you unblocked me.
I low-key agree with that, but sometimes if you don't do it when I want you to do it, that window has closed, and you just. Or sometimes it's more so like it makes me feel good to know a nigga still want me, whether I want him or not. Like I want you to be coming back begging for another. Yes, because that
But everybody's like that.
But that gives me confirmation that I wasn't the fucking problem, because I never think I'm the fucking problem. So when a nigga come back trying to get
That don't mean you
another
want the problem.
opportunity,
Yeah, that don't necessarily
That don't
mean
mean
it doesn't.
That means the pussy was good and
Realistically,
you want some more.
logically, Like,
we trying to convince ourselves that.
And look, you know how we think of it?
and even if
We
the
be
nigga
like,
come
oh,
back
I
and
knew
the
I was
pussy
a-
good, that's a compliment too.
Look,
All right, this
look.
nigga still working.
And how we think of it, right? If you answer that motherfucker, right? If you answer that message, how we think of it is like, shit, I wasn't a problem. She wouldn't have answered if I was a problem. I would have been unblocked if I was a problem.
No, the dick was just good.
I was still, the dick was still.
Sometimes niggas know that. Look, I know she missed his dick, so I'm just gonna.
You feel me?
Shot.
Look, I know she gonna block me.
Right.
Look, that's why I'm waiting for the probation period. I'm like, shit, I know.
Look,
I know how to
look.
get
So
on
That's
how
how you know,
you
look,
check? Like weekly, monthly,
Nah.
bi-weekly?
So when it first, if it's fresh, I'm gonna check like a couple days. I'm gonna give it a couple days. I'm gonna check. After that, it's gonna be like, okay, she got me blocked for like a couple weeks. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna check next month.
Bro, look.
Okay.
Sometimes women, they gonna block you on their phone just so they want to know how far you would go to get in contact. Cause they'll block you on their phone. But
I need to hear
they
it.
gonna block you on Twitter.
Yeah, pull up.
Okay.
Because if you not responding to me, I'm really gonna convince. I think this nigga want me to
See, y'all
pull
say
up.
that.
Nah, but
Y'all say that, and but then when a nigga pull up,
that's totally
you can't be
different.
pulling up to my house like that.
That's different. Pulling up is different because I don't need no police in my life. That's
Exactly.
I can't take that
I'm not
chance.
trying to get shot because you want to prove a point.
Nah. No, I'm not talking about a nigga pulling up on me. I'm talking about me pulling up on that nigga. Like, one of my biggest pet peeves
Nigga, I'm gonna be
is being ignored. So you constantly ignoring me. I can't, like, my mind doesn't compute, like, oh, this nigga don't want me.
But I think
My-
you could have left a letter.
Like, you could have said,
I'm not writing a
Drop some flowers
motherfucking
on
letter.
you could have said, you
Wait,
could
wait,
have
are we still talking about closure or are we just like mad at her? Significant other?
just mad.
Look.
I think just mad.
You getting grown motherfuckers right now?
Absolutely.
To write letters?
Yeah, and I am proud to say it. Yeah.
No, okay, a text
It
message.
is that good.
A text message I
I
get.
sent your ass out my car. That's all you
You
do.
But you walked it up to my door.
No, I was gonna send it to
No,
them.
you don't. Oh.
I know your address, goddamn.
I ain't walking up. Hey,
Nah, I need to see some dedication. That shows dedication. I like
Wait, so
that.
Look how you fucked up, bro. Hell no.
Like you doing something. Anybody can text my phone or
Alright, so what if I get a Hallmark card, put $100, like get your nails done?
okay.
I'm still
I
mad.
mean, I ain't gonna do that. I'm just saying.
Send me an edible arrangement. Do something that niggas don't fucking do
Hey, I
every
can tell you
day. I
what-
want something
I can tell you one
different.
thing I'm not gonna motherfucking do. Write no motherfucking letter to you like I'm in goddamn 12th grade.
Letters are so
Why?
sweet.
I love letters. I will write a nigga a
Hey,
letter.
Hey, look, if you want a motherfucking letter, we gotta be together, goddamn. You get a
Hey,
letter.
this is my fear.
But you're trying to get me back, right? You're trying to get me back.
No.
But
So
if you
you
being
were-
petty, right? You not.
But you were wrong. I'm making a whole fucking scenario. You were wrong.
I don't think I was wrong.
It don't matter. You were.
I was wrong either.
Look,
think I was
this is
wrong.
my fear. Okay, get you an edible arrangement. That's cool. But
Y'all
I'm
been
here
explaining yourself right
the
now.
edible arrangement show up at your house and you and your new nigga in that hole.
Hey, you feel me? I'm going right back to the car.
And then
I'll be right back.
y'all are on Instagram.
And then, but
and I'm
honestly,
looking goofy.
if I really fuck with you like that, it's gonna be like,
And-
even if it is another nigga over there, I'm gonna be like, my man want me back. I'm sorry, you gotta
gotta
go.
go.
I promise you. Look,
No,
this
look.
is what I tell anybody. Like me being single, like if I'm entertaining niggas, more than likely I'm entertaining multiple dudes or whatever. If the main nigga that I fucking like is not acting right, none of these niggas can get my time and attention because Bay is not cooperating, so I don't want to fuck with none of y'all. So it's the same.
So when Bay's cooperating, you want to fuck with it. You cool with fuck with it.
When Bay is cooperating,
See?
if I'm single,
4K.
if I'm single,
4K.
if I'm single and the main nigga I'm trying to fuck with, if he's cooperating, I will continue to entertain the other niggas because niggas are sketchy as fuck. A nigga will switch up, no explanation, no warning, no nothing.
Knew.
Yes.
Out of nowhere.
You said what?
Yes.
Pull up livers you never even knew.
And he just stopped fucking with you for no
Hey, look,
reason.
we pull up with a bitch that y'all never knew, and y'all pull up with the motherfucker y'all told the nigga not to worry about.
I'll pull up with your whole team.
I feel like it's
Period.
Not my team.
Hey, but look,
my team's solid.
But I know what
Not my team.
Not everybody's team is solid.
Hey, my team gonna be like,
Facts.
hey, that's true. That is true. Not everybody's team is
Some
solid.
of you is the be the niggas on your team. That's
Facts.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you can't
Nah.
act like you're irreplaceable.
Man,
Yeah.
not all niggas
Stay
10
on
toes,
the
bro.
game.
That's big facts.
Yeah, and sometimes you think your
But
nigga
look,
solid because she gonna keep it secret and he gonna keep it
Yeah.
secret.
This is my thing.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it bad.
Like with the letters, hold on. With the letters and shit, she not fucking with the letter. She ain't fucking what you wrote out. You took the time to write the fuck out in that letter, right?
Mark somewhere.
No, she gonna put that hoe gonna be on Facebook. That hoe gonna be on Facebook. That hoe gonna be on Instagram. She gonna be like, look at this clown ass nigga writing this letter.
But if you
Right.
no, if you fucking with a grown woman, she not gonna.
Exactly.
If you not fucking with a
No,
grown woman,
no, look, if you fuck with a grown woman, you right. It's not gonna be on social media. It's gonna be in a group chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's in a group chat.
That's different though, cause my
As soon as
friends
you
gotta
say,
know
baby,
everything.
Baby, I
No,
love
they
you.
fucking don't.
I want you
Yes,
back.
they do.
But she gonna.
But
say
no,
that.
it's
I already
important.
told him you fucked up.
But it's important for friends to know to an extent because friends kind of keep you level-headed. Like when I go, we all stupid for somebody sometimes. But if I'm going too far to the left, then my friends gonna make me feel real stupid, and then I'm gonna remove myself from that situation.
Y'all friends gonna be like,
Hype it up.
it's hot girl summer, bitch. Fuck that nigga. What's worse? Physical or emotional cheating?
Emotional.
Emotional?
I say, okay, I would say like this, as a woman, if my man is cheating on me emotionally, to me that's worse than if he cheated on me physically. But I get the understanding that for most men, if their woman cheats on them physically, that's worse than her cheating emotionally.
I feel like all sins are equal, to be honest. Like you would have. So
Give the nigga pussy away.
It's my pussy.
heavy. You go.
And I'm gonna give it to who I want to give it to. If the nigga that I'm trying to give it to on a regular basis is not doing what he needs to do, and someone else is willing to step up,
Break up with him first.
I mean, of course, I'm not a cheater, but if it came down to that, I feel like if I were to cheat, there's a reason why I cheated. But also, I can say, let me say this. Let me say this.
Real OJ type.
Listen,
I would do it.
I'm not like a female that gets emotionally involved with every nigga I have sex with. Like I could fuck a nigga and just like not thinking nothing else of it ever again. Like, or I could just like fuck this nigga because I want to fuck this nigga. But a lot of times men tend to think that if it gets to a point to where you have had sex with somebody else, it's because of an emotional connection. I mean, it kind of might sound bad, but I don't have to have an emotional connection to fuck a nigga.
Sometimes you just have a purpose to serve him.
Yeah.
That sounds real bad. Sorry.
Wait, what sounds real bad? Sometimes you have a purpose to serve.
You
No,
serve your purpose.
Sometimes you want to serve that purpose.
Yeah. Role playing. And niggas don't mind role playing.
Yeah. I'm all for I would much rather deal with a nigga who is upfront, like, look, this is just like we just fucking. You don't have to try to convince me that you like me or that you want a future with me or that you're trying to build with me if that's not what you want. If you just want to fuck,
You'll
just
be
be
surprised.
clear about that, because that might be what I want too.
A lot of men will be surprised how many females will be okay or cool with it if they were just upfront with it at first.
Do y'all really be cool with that?
Yes.
They do.
First,
They
no.
do.
So if a nigga walk up
If
to
they're
you,
attracted to you, they do.
if they're attracted to you. So if a nigga walk up to you and just be like, hey, I don't want no relationship.
I mean, it's gonna be a certain type of way you say it. But you could, but if a nigga, I had a fuck buddy for 3 years, like a consistent fuck buddy for 3 years. And the reason why it worked for so long is because he never, ever, ever did anything to make me feel like he wanted more than just sex with me. Like, my friends could not understand, like, why was I fucking with this nigga the way I was fucking with him. But it was because at that time in my life, I was not looking for anything serious. I got the benefits of a nigga, like the main benefits that I wanted at that time without the stress. I didn't argue with this nigga. We didn't have, we don't got nothing to argue about.
That man was 6
You
man
know
a
what we
year.
argued about?
6 man
We
a year.
argued about, like, nigga, I called you to pull up last night. I didn't get no dick last night because you didn't answer the fucking phone. That's what we argued about. Like, and even then, it wasn't really no argument. It was like, all right, well, I'm free now. What's up? And I'm like, pull up. Like, but everybody's not built like that. Like, a lot of my friends cannot do what I do when it comes to, like, men and situationships and stuff like that. But I've learned how to take my emotions out of it.
Some women can't do that. Niggas are good at being role players.
Especially if you ain't good fight.
Niggas are good at being role players.
Feelings.
I don't feel like women.
That-
Most women are.
Yeah.
That nigga was
around.
dropping off some dick, and I was just like, whew.
Never heard nobody say it like that.
He had a key to my house. Like, that's how good the dick was. He gonna pull up at any time.
That
he
nigga was just in that hole like.
But it was never like,
Dick
it was
went in here.
never ever a thing like, okay, I want this to be more. It was
Hey,
just
but
like,
that's
I just
why
want
they
some
say-
dick.
Dick man, yes me.
She was gonna one of them old school niggas telling her she need her oil change.
You changing oil, alright.
But yeah, back to the, I guess the question. Physical or emotional cheating. I just feel like it hurts just as bad to know that you gave something that, granted, you don't belong to anyone, right?
Right.
But you gave a piece of me
Right, we
to
have
somebody
a
else.
decision that.
Yeah.
You're right.
But it also hurts just as bad to know that you said, I love you to somebody else. Or you're telling somebody else the same things you told me to make me feel special, to make me feel like I was exclusive. Now it's like, I can't trust you, and like, I need to go get tested. Like,
Yeah.
like
Nah.
now I really like, the whole thing's left out.
For me, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I expect niggas to cheat physically. Like, I don't want a nigga to cheat on me, and I don't tell niggas that, but
It's almost like a
whenever,
surprise. Like, okay, I figured.
yeah, it's like, but if and when it happens, I'm pissed off. The last time like a nigga cheated on me, and I found out about it, cause he ended up telling me, like, I low-key tricked him and telling me, but he told me. And then he started telling me like he actually liked this girl, like, you know, like this was somebody he wanted like to maintain a friendship with. That's when I got mad, cause I'm like, so you telling me you can't cut the bitch off? Is what you have an attachment to her? That's when it became a problem. Cause
He didn't want to be rude.
fuck being rude.
He was rude.
Y'all want us to be rude to niggas. Y'all want us to be
Y'all wanna be
rude. Y'all
rude.
want us to ignore niggas in our DMs
Y'all
and
wanna be rude.
tell niggas that our boyfriends shoot them and all this other bullshit.
You ain't gotta tell him. I'll show him.
Okay.
You ain't gotta tell that nigga I'll shoot you.
For legal reasons, again.
For legal reasons, all jokes.
I'm talking about paintball. Stop.
Well,
You're still assault, honey.
Call of Duty. Call of Duty.
Oh, she a lawyer. Call it. There you go.
Call of Duty. I shoot niggas for real on Call of Duty.
I'm calling it. It's a game.
Yeah, you feel me?
nah,
You don't own
bro.
guns.
But no, what I was.
So is it the same for men? Like, do y'all even care? Is it physical? Is it
So
emotional?
whenever we're in a situation where a female is cheating on us, like physically cheating on us, we always feel like you have a emotional connection. So we
Y'all
already
gonna cheat emotionally before physically.
exactly. Y'all cheat emotionally before y'all cheat physically. So you get a emotional attachment to this nigga before you cheated, because a lot of times be like, oh, I thought he really loved me and this, and I really cared for him. That's that emotional attachment. So
But they say a shoulder to lean on becomes a dick to ride on.
Okay,
Never heard that
for
before.
me, I think if I cheated physically, it's because something was lacking emotionally in my relationship. But I am not going to seek that out emotionally elsewhere. I'm a very physical person, so I express my emotions physically. So if I cheat, it's because my emotional needs are not being taken care of in my relationship. So then I'm seeking out physical attention from another man, because in my head, it's like everything is physical for me. Like, I don't know how to like break it down, but it's like everything is physical for me. Like, if I like you, I'm gonna show you physically.
Is that what you're like love language?
Yeah. So words of affirmation is my primary love language, but literally quality time, physical touch, and gifts are all tied for like second place.
Yes.
Yeah. I like gifts. What's wrong with
sugar
that?
daddy ass niggas got the game fucked up.
That don't make you
That does not make you
materialistic. That does not make you
What'd you say?
materialistic. He said materialistic.
That doesn't make you materialistic.
Acts of services that
Gifts doesn't always necessarily be you're spending buku.
exactly. Gifts.
But
Okay,
it's
but
only-
look, your love language is
No,
What
because
Riley
it
say?
could literally
What
be.
Riley say? But if I'm paying for it,
you can
It's
buy me a
crazy.
coffee cup, a $5 coffee cup.
We could be walking down the park and you saw a flower and you're like, oh, this would be really cute.
Yeah.
expensive flowers.
Okay, look,
I said
let
walking down the park. Dang.
me tell you, this like directly relates to
So now they want niggas to
to
get stung
which-
by bees and shit.
Yeah. Now nigga gotta go frolic in the goddamn
Now
forest.
You feel me?
That's exactly why we single.
Nigga.
exactly.
Thank you.
Nigga.
We asking too
Hey,
much.
look.
You're asking for too fucking much.
Hey, I got allergies.
I said words are literally fucking free,
I
but
got
niggas
asthma.
cannot fix their lips
I
and
got
say some
asthma.
nice shit.
Tell me my nigga got
asthma.
We can't talk that much.
You hear me? That's
He been
fine.
talking a whole lot in this
You know what happens when you
motherfucker.
can't talk too much?
Write a letter. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Put it
I got-
down.
I got-
Bloody ass niggas.
I got arthritis.
Yo.
That's what's wrong with y'all.
No effort, no work, and nothing.
No.
No,
No,
but
look.
they want
But
you to,
that's a
they
pussy.
want pussy on the platter with a side of breakfast,
No, time
steak
out.
and fucking eggs, sloppy topping to finish the shit off. No, fuck that.
But nah, cause if I'm in a relationship for real though, real shit. If I'm in a relationship, I'm putting everything into it. So I'll buy you gifts, I'll do that and all that. But if we talking and you just expecting that shit
But
off rip, like,
another thing about love languages, it's not necessarily how you want to receive love. It's also how you give love.
Right.
So for me,
Words
words of affirmation. No, words of affirmation is at the top for me. I think that's because that's my favorite way to receive love. But like quality time,
That's my
gifts,
top.
and physical touch, I think the reason that all tied so closely is because I like to receive those things, but that's more so how I show affection. Like if I'm out and I see, like, I'm thinking about my nigga, I'm like, oh, he like this. Let me buy this for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, or if I'm like, oh, I have an off day. I want to spend it with my man. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I like to give love. But I also do like to speak life into, like, especially black men. It is so important to me to say things that uplift and build up and encourage black men.
Like, I love you and here's why.
Yeah.
I think as far as black men, I think that's important. I can't speak for all black men, but I do know I don't think like gifts and things like that are a big thing for black men. Well, I guess I'm speaking for myself. But to say, hey,
On
look,
Father's Day, yeah, hey.
hey, don't be giving no ties.
We don't want no ties. We don't want no draws. We don't want no socks.
No coochie. Don't walk into the door and be like coochie again. No,
No, that same coochie I had before. Okay, I had that shit last night.
What if she got it real poster?
You talking about that wax coochie? I already had the wax coochie.
Nah, I'm just saying like I don't.
It's the same wax coochie it was
That's
last
like it
week.
goes for black men and
I like-
black women.
Lobster. I like
with
lobster.
the damn games. But see,
Okay.
No, I don't really like gifts like that, to be honest.
I don't either.
I give my
gifts
girl
are
gifts all
actually kind of
day.
a turn off for me.
A turn off?
Why is that?
If
What is your love language?
I am physical touch, words of affirmation, and the rest is kind of even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm very much I'm not that I want you to be clingy, but I want to know that you want to be around me.
Yeah.
You want me around. You know?
Yes,
Hold my hand.
I do.
Hey, women want you to smack their ass.
I need constant reassurance.
Smack it, grab it.
Every time you walk by.
Every time you walk by, especially when they bent over, you gotta smack. If you don't smack it, they be like, baby, what's wrong?
Oh,
Because
so
why did I bend over at the waist? I could've slid down. If that was the case.
If you don't smack everybody, baby, what's wrong? I don't know.
Because I need constant reassurance. A part of it is like when I'm outside in the everyday world, like, and I know niggas don't like to hear it, but the truth of the matter is I could be at the gas station pumping gas and the nigga gonna try to holler.
No, that's
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But I need that same attention. Like that makes you, even though it doesn't really mean anything, that kind of just makes you feel appreciated when it's coming from your man. When like, you know, I've gone on, and this kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier when I was saying like how non-black men are more, I guess, expressive with their emotions. Like, I went on this date with this one guy and he like the whole entire time.
What was his race?
He was Afro-Latino, so
Black.
he's black but Hispanic, yeah. So but he the whole entire time. Now mind you, I showed up to the date hungover. I literally put no effort into my appearance because I wasn't gonna go. But the whole entire time he's
So you was
like,
probably frustrated when
"Wow,
you showed
you're
up."
so pretty." Who, me?
Yeah.
Was I frustrated?
Yeah. It was hungover.
I wasn't frustrated, but I was kind of like on some. I'm just here because I said I was gonna come.
Right.
And when he got there, he was like, "Wow, you're so pretty." Because we've met in person, but it's been years since we've seen each other. I kid you not, this man told me I was pretty like 43 times throughout the night.
See, that's a turn on for me too. See, I'm
like,
working on
alright,
it,
nigga.
but not too much. Don't get
Alright,
crazy.
bro, we get it.
I feel that way, but it had been so long since I got that type of attention. What the attention I get from black men is like more of like, you know, like
Sexual
damn,
physical.
yeah. Like
There's no depth to the.
I know, like, okay, it's like, yeah, I got a body, but like, what else?
But look,
Like,
y'all get called pretty every motherfucking day.
Doesn't matter.
but you still want
No,
your
no,
man
but
to tell
sometimes-
you
Yeah,
you're pretty.
sometimes they wanna hear from their man.
Hold on. I know that, but I'm saying like what she was saying. He must have called you that however many times. That's like,
But
you said, that's
it made
annoying.
me-
You
no.
get
Okay,
called
but my
pretty
thing is,
every day.
So I was literally with a guy who
Like
said,
switch the shit up.
"Okay,
Okay.
how many synonyms there are for beautiful
But the point is, like, his actions and his words, he made me feel desired. And the reason I guess that felt so good at that time is because I was fresh out of a situationship with somebody who I had been talking to for damn near a year. This was a black man. This man had never fixed his lips to give me a single compliment. Like, never, ever. And I had brought it to his attention before, and he would just be like, yeah, I've heard that before, but that's just not in my nature. Yeah, that's just not me.
Well, I'm not in your nature.
I'm not in your nature, sir. Because I need to hear that. Like, I need constant
But to his defense,
reassurance.
I don't play devil's advocate. To his defense,
Of course.
if
Why you want to advocate for the devil?
Right.
You see how she trying to switch? She trying to be all literal.
No, I'm just saying, what? The devil don't need no fucking
Look,
what?
to play devil's advocate is a metaphor.
yeah,
But I don't like that. I hate that.
as always, to play devil's
Take out
advocate,
batteries.
you know what I mean?
Look, I'm going
Hey,
to
he's
to
with you.
get that shit working.
For him,
That's not enough.
No, but this is
Like, what would you
this,
say?
He
this is the
said he's
mindset.
with you.
This is the mindset of these niggas. He's like, he's with you.
That's
He's
not
spending
enough.
all this time with you.
That's not enough.
Obviously, you must be attractive to this nigga for him to
No.
be with you all the time.
That is not enough.
I
One
get
thing
that. I
about
get it's
being
not
in a
enough.
relationship, you have to understand, just because you don't need something doesn't mean your partner doesn't need it. It's about what the other person needs. I might not want to fuck every day, but this nigga want to fuck every day, so guess what? Guess who fucking every day? But if I want you to tell me I'm fucking pretty every day, why you can't do that? Yeah.
It's an arm and a leg.
Bitch, my coochie about to fall out. But you want me to bust it open. Like, no.
Maybe this nigga lost his voice. Maybe this nigga lost his voice calling you pretty all goddamn day.
Send it in a text message.
So just like your mom about to stay close, so was mine.
This nigga this
Period.
Hey,
Period.
look,
Period. Lips are still.
I'm playing.
Lips are still.
I'm playing, but this nigga this
Period. Send it in a text message,
You
babe.
know what I'm doing?
I'm just sitting across from you. You look so beautiful right now.
So
I'm
sweet.
She
like,
said,
Nigga might not have signal.
she said,
shut up.
God.
Y'all got every excuse under the book.
not the elbows on the knee like
See, this is why I'm
Lazy
fucking
hand.
single.
I know I'm an aside, but just like black men need certain things, black women especially.
Period.
Oh,
Let me
Say
say
that.
something. This right here, this right there, and that right there. We're all natural. Took a lot to get there.
Yes.
So we need
It's a journey. Girl,
And you
don't
feel
give it.
every
You
night,
feel
girl.
we
I
natural
know,
in this
I
hole,
know.
too.
And that's why I'm like,
That's
hey,
it.
I gotta be natural.
Okay, well,
Is this not a journey?
But it's different for y'all. Niggas never had fucking relaxers.
Have you been called ugly? Have you been called ugly? Have you been called
Every
ugly?
day,
I've been called
people
ugly
like, so
because
you
of
gonna
this.
keep your hair natural? Or you gonna get a relaxer? You not gonna straighten your hair? You not gonna straighten your hair?
time out.
growing up, if you
Growing up
kept
as a
your
black
hair
woman,
cut, you kept your hair tight, you kept doing
Let me
it.
tell you something.
Oh, nigga, you have
Hold on.
You
Black
did not.
man.
Hold on.
Wait.
Y'all can't see her in the camera, but she's black, but she's lighter complexion than I am.
But what does that mean? She's still fucking black.
Everybody else
Hold up, time out. Let me get
the
to
opposite
my point.
race, the opposite race.
No, wait, we getting ahead of ourselves. We just got this song started
They're like,
talking.
who's this girl?
This is Bailey. I don't know if y'all can hear Little Miss over here,
Right.
but this is Lennox. She having her a good old time.
She has some opinions.
She has some opinion. She
Yeah.
just can't
But-
express them the way she wants to. You
She's
feel
very
me?
passionate.
So Bailey's here to, you know what I mean?
To vocalize
Vocalize.
those opinions
There you
on behalf of
You said
women.
something earlier about being light skinned, being dark skinned, right?
Oh, cause what I was saying was,
You didn't like what I said about embracing myself?
No, wait.
No,
What were you
no.
saying? 'Cause I wanna
He
get your
okay.
opinion.
I think what it was is he was trying to make the comment that because you're light skinned and you have
Shouldn't feel
curly
the
hair
same
or
way.
whatever, it's kind of like a pretty privilege thing. You know what I'm saying? And I tell my friends because I have a certain figure or I get certain attention from men, that does not make my struggles any less real than the next person.
And I wasn't trying to say that.
Took a lot to be
if it came across that way,
now.
if it came across that way, I want to start by saying that I want to apologize for the abrupt stop in the video. We're having some technical difficulties. We weren't able to finish recording everything. But if you want to see a part 2 to this, and you would like to see Naya, Bailey, Shay, Parrish back on the channel, please show some love. Go show some love on their Instagrams. It will be listed down below. And we'll see y'all next time on the Black Pro Podcast.